Hello, and welcome back as I continue playing my role as Hercule Poirot in the worst Agatha Christie murder mystery ever. In Perfidious, Pete plays Aven Colony. And this mission, it's worse than a badly written locked room murder. It really is. Okay, actually, you know what? That's not true. It's more like a locked room murder with just nothing to go on. There's like no suspects, there's no body, there's no witnesses, there's absolutely no evidence. Just the whole thing starts out with like a concerned citizen who hasn't seen her neighbor Rick in a couple weeks. So she goes over and knocks on his door, but there's no answer. And after a couple days of getting no answer, she gets concerned, so she calls some of his friends and family and learns, oh, you know, none of us have seen or heard from Rick in like 3 weeks. We're getting kind of worried about him. So the thing spirals a little bit. She calls the police. Police come over. They look around the house, and they're like, well, you know, there's no signs of foul play. We don't see any evidence of a break-in or any blood or anything. Just, you know, there's really nothing we can do, ma'am. So she calls Poirot, but Poirot is actually on vacation in Argentina with Captain Hastings, and he can't really be arsed to do anything about it. And this poor lady is just sitting here, like, left in a lurch, worrying about her neighbor, and she thinks to herself, oh, you know, I'll call Poirot in a couple weeks. Once he gets back from holiday in Argentina, it's fine. He'll look into it then. He'll get to the bottom of this. But in the meantime, you know, Poirot decides to make his vacation sort of an extended stay kind of thing. Oh, hello, my iridescent friend. You're looking as fabulous as Poirot himself, I must say. If you could stop, like, spewing your worm jizz everywhere, though, that'd be all right. Or at least just don't hit anything important with the worm jizz. This is acceptable. Nothing important was damaged. But anyway, this lady's left in a lurch, and she's like, well, you know, I guess there's really nothing I can do. I'll just wait. Poirot will come back, and he'll be intrigued by this mystery, and then he'll be like, I gotta get to the bottom of this. And that's how everything will be fine. But, you know, time goes by, and Poirot decides to extend his vacation in Argentina, because he's thinking maybe he can finally get Hastings to leave that trollop he's fallen in love with, and realize that Poirot is his one true love. That doesn't happen, though, so, you know, 3 months later, he comes back dejected, but by that time, our lady, whose name is, let's say, Laura, another family has moved into Rick's house. People have been like, well, you know, we gotta do something with this. Guy wasn't here, he didn't pay his rent. So another family moves in next door, and it's a young couple, and they have these two really adorable children who Laura instantly just absolutely goes head over heels for. She's like, I love these children, they're amazing. I want them in my lives, and she just moves on, sort of really gets into the whole new family that lives next door, forgets all about Rick, and what could have been Poirot's greatest case of all time instead just sort of falls by the wayside, becoming another uninvestigated, unsolved possible disappearance / homicide. That's what this Aven, that's a really extended conceit, Pete. Yeah, you're not wrong, but that's what this Aven Colony playthrough has become. It's that. We're gonna have to build a habitat out here because we need this geothermal plant online, and we can't get any workers for it. So we'll build a habitat over here, which is fine. We can send some of them to also slaving in the iron mine, and potentially in the future we can also make these poor people bust their humps working in a Zorian power plant should the need arise. We're supposed to still be building 2 retail centers. I'm thinking, like, in story mode here, nothing can officially happen until you reach a population of 300. It's just like nothing, there's nothing that goes on until 300 people live in your colony. That's just sort of the breaking point. Need to upgrade that habitat as well. Retail centers do take a lot of nanites, and we are still not producing like a super abundance of nanites. We got a lot of toxic gas emissions, but we got some fan mode fans here shielding our intake vents, so all things considered, we're good. Yeah, the police hub drone has lost power. Air quality alert? Where? Why is air quality poor over here? Why is your air quality poor? 81%? I don't know if that qualifies to poor. 72%? Where? Oh god, is there there's an unshielded intake fan here that's taking some toxic gas. Wow, we need to, okay, we can fix that here. Just drones, get over there and build an intake fan. We got toxic gas seeping into our shit. Yeah, air quality is terrible because toxic gas is seeping into our shit. Possibly toxic gas from our shit, I suppose. I mean, the sewer gas is seeping into our own colony here. That's not cool. Whole colony smells like farts now. Completed some research. The air quality is absolutely terrible now. It's gonna take forever for go back into fan mode and get this toxic gas out of here. That shit gone, so the air quality goes back up. poisoning my colony with your toxic gas. Geothermal vent, you jerk. It's like the smell that was weird smell that came from Rick's apartment after he disappeared that caused Laura to investigate in the first place. And the police are like, yeah, you're right. You know, the place does have kind of an odd odor, but I'm not really sure what might be causing it because, you know, I'm looking at the scenario and there's no dead body in here. It doesn't, also, this odor doesn't really, it's not really redolent of dead body. I don't know what's making this smell, lady, but you're definitely right. It is a bit of an odd odor. Hurry up and give me 35 nanites so I can just go straight for the tier 3 mine. You wanna step it up, elevate your game a bit as it is, nanites? In the meantime, we'll go ahead and do this. We're gonna cap this geothermal vent too, so we can just make sure all of our power problems are solved forever. We'll throw an iron mine down here, which will help. We are a little bit short on iron too. What's our trade hub doing right now? Where is our trade hub? There it is. What are you doing? You're exporting Intari bread? Okay, I mean, that's acceptable. We wanted that stuff gone anyway. Everything's good. Everything's built. Still waiting for these 35 nanites so I can build a freaking tier 3 iron mine. More testicles means more iron. Also, I'm told that iron helps us play. Iron helps us play. I think we'll just... let's just run conduit down here. I can't remember how big a Zorium power plant is. Let's, like, rough that in before we drop it down. Okay. Zorium generator takes 86 nanites. I think we'll hold off on that, especially since we're already not using the amount of power we have. Really, what we need right now is just nanites. They really want us to get to 300 population, and they really, really want us to build 2 retail centers. I think those are our next goals. Make sure all of my nanite processing centers, by the way, are in fact processing nanites. Bread production halted. The mill stopped producing bread. Why? Is there a strike or something I should know about? Why did you stop producing bread? We only have 305. We probably have more than a sufficient supply of Intari oatmeal, to be honest. Xenospice bread, I think we got enough of that for a little while. You can stop making that, too. Make some of this Intari bread, because we got to export that shit. We're not whipping up flour? Probably because our wheat production is low. How's our food coming in? Well, I mean, is it winter right now? It is not winter, and food... oh, God, our food situation is in the shitter. You're making Intari? Yeah, we don't need any more of that. Why don't you go back to making the old... whipping up some melons there, and let's get this food situation turned right around. Suddenly we're losing 20 per colonist? There we go. All right, food has rallied back around. I'm sorry, guys, but there's going to be like a steady diet of melon from here on. Why is our... suddenly it's at minus 20. Our food is like fluctuating all over the map. Why? Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's hugely negative. It's like slipping back and forth. What are you doing here? You're up and down, swinging around like an Oprah diet. You're still growing wheat, and we want you growing wheat. You're making melons. You're making kelcospores, but we also need the kelcospores. Is that our only place making kelcospores now? What's the deal with our farms? I'm very confused. Why do we suddenly have no food at all? Like, sometimes it pops up and goes positive, but then it also goes hugely negative? It's got to be like an import-export thing? It almost has to be. Alright, well, we're going to need... how did we suddenly get so low on food, though? I still want you making wheat. You're making melons. You're making kelcospores. I thought we had more greenhouses than this. Well, we're going to have to build some greenhouses, I guess. We need just like raw comestibles, so maybe 13 melons an hour here. We'll get you built. Immigration vessel dock, lightning tower hit, lightning tower. I'm not even paying attention to this shit anymore. Get 18 nanites and 54 barley. Air quality alert. Where is this? Over here, the air quality is terrible. Alright, I guess we'll give you another intake fan because need. All you guys can ever do is need. We'll put a defensive... I keep putting defensive wind turbines down here, but honestly, really all we need to do is just throw a geothermal vent on that and we're good. Oh, yeah, let's get it up to 400. Okay. Because, you know, I need like 8 trillion colonists. We're out of gold bloom. Air quality is still terrible. I did build a level 3, didn't I? You take fan? No, that's fine. Build the generator first, because we don't need to breathe. Melons are coming up. What season is it? It's spring. So maybe the reason we had catastrophic food losses was just because it was winter? But our food production is only halved in the winter. Like, we still should have been fine. And now it's rocketing out of control. Alright, well, let's take one of these and put it back on Kelko spores then. Melons, I appreciate your 70% production there, but I'm going to really need you to go back to Kelko. I know at one point we had a ton of Kelko sludge in storage. Is that still the case? Like, how much Kelko have we got? You know, yeah, we need to go back into production. We only have 280 sludge and not enough spores, so let's get you turned back on. I don't know what you want me to do about... what more can I do about your air quality down here? I don't know what more you want out of me. What more could I possibly do, people? Build some retail stores? I mean, okay. Here's a retail center. We'll just... what's the growth like here? Not... I mean, we don't really want to farm anything along here, necessarily. Well, 6 is not bad. We actually might want to reserve that spot for farming. This little strip of land here, though, really sucks. So we can develop the shit out of that. Wouldn't mind maybe putting a retail center out here if it'll fit. How big are you, retail center? Not that... Oh, there's our spot right there, then. Except people are gonna hate that okay, we can fix it. There we go. We just gotta build an avenue. We'll call this, like, Strip Mall Avenue. Immigration vessels docked. An iron deposit, okay, has depleted its supply of minerals, which was this one? Which iron deposit depleted its supply of minerals? Where are we mining? Was it you? You're not even a mine. Was it you? It must have been you, right? Yeah, you, okay. Well, get recycled then. I don't know what we're gonna put in your place, per se. Now that we've got our bonus hospital out here. I don't really want to recycle that. There's like a bunch of people that live here, right? Yeah, 41 people live there. I don't want to recycle that. Air quality is still terrible. Why is it so bad? We got a fan here. We got people who are working it. I mean, I guess it is going up very slowly. 66, 62. It's going up. It's just, in general, kind of, I mean, the rest of the colony is pretty solid. 90%, 90%. You know, the colony in general feels maybe like a little smoggy, but it's, I think, a residual effect of the toxic gas that leaked in. The smog is infiltrated, and it's going to take us a while to get the stink of, you know, the fecal odor. It's going to take a little while to get that out of there. How are we sitting on power? We're using 924 out of 952 that we're generating. This is acceptable. This place already has 30 people in it? Good lord. We're losing food again. Well, alright. I mean, where's a good spot to farm? Where will melons grow really well? Like here? 12.9, 14.2, 12 point... Yeah. There's gotta be one place that's like way better. 12.5. 14.6 is... 14.2 is pretty good. 12. You know what? Yeah, this'll do. Also, actually, didn't we have some 14.2, 12.5? Here, just, yeah, this is good. Go there. I'll just keep building farms. We get all these freaking people coming in here chowing down on all of our food. I don't care. I'll build farms all day. We're getting ahead of this food thing. I don't want to get too far out in front of it, necessarily. What else can you grow? But you know what? Just grow melons. It's fine. How's our food variety? Our food quality is good. Our variety is already excellent. So really what we need to do is upgrade the quality more than the variety. People will be like, yeah, we're eating a lot of melons out here. Is there something you could do to, I don't know, spruce these babies up a little bit? Give us, I don't know, just maybe a little bit more flavor? Something? Help us out? I'll eat a melon salad, but, I mean, every day for a week, Pete? Can you, I don't know, like, get Emerald Lagasse out here and get his Spice Weasel to knock it up a notch or something. You gotta give me a blast of your Spice Weasel. I need something to help a brother out. Immigration vessel docked. Air quality's still terrible. We still don't care. We're not doing anything else till we can build another retail center. They said build them. They didn't say put stuff in them and make those goods or services available for sale. That wasn't a part of the plan. They didn't put that demand on there. They're just like, no, build a retail center. Be like, does there have to be anything in it where people can buy? And they're like, no, I mean, you want to just open an empty shop and lose money? By all means, go ahead. And I'm like, ha ha ha, sold. Tax write-off, baby. Amaranthium production has halted. Probably because I'm guessing our chemical plant ran out of the stuff it takes to make amaranthium. We have no nanomedicines and no plague vaccines, huh? Well, let's fix that. Probably also make some xenoglow, I suppose. What are you making? Make some... I mean, let's just share for all chemical plants, really. Amaranthium production has halted, but we have 847, so I feel like maybe we don't necessarily need to worry about those too much. Trade hub. What are you doing? What can you do? We're still waiting for Intari bread. It's a one-time only. We could import service robots for nanites and import hollow units. We got to do at least both of those once. That way we don't have to build those things. We can trade 15 nanites and get a shitload of those. That'll be a pretty good swap. Then our retail centers will actually have something to do. We could create a... Oh, we're going to go full Nintendo Switch on them. We're going to artificially inflate demand by restricting supply. Be like, yeah, you want... This here, we have low water. That's unacceptable. Get a tier 2 water pump and put it in a place where there's a lot of water. There you go. That'll fix it. But we're going to go Nintendo on them. I'm sorry, I got distracted by our fabulous friend over here. Completing the spicy mission. Research Xeno spice bread. Okay. Nice. Alright. Low water. Yep. Sure is. We're fixing it. We're going to pump the 22 per colonist. Don't worry. We love pumping the 22. Stop yelling at me about my low water. I'm going to just start having a truckload of that stuff piped in from underground here. There. So you pump the 22 per colonist. You want to complain about low water now? You got nobody to complain about but yourself because you're the ones not working in it. 9 nanites. Our air quality is still that bad. How is the air quality still so bad? 90s, I mean, we're in the 90s all over around here. There's like a low of an 88 there. The air quality out here is just tragic, though. All right, fine. The hell with it. I'll build another intake fan, I guess.
That your colony is undergoing a hydration crisis. I trust you'll secure additional water supplies post-haste.
Well, I mean, do you want to get some people out here to work on it and pump this to 22 per colonist? I feel like we'll be okay. We are gaining 1.1 per hour. Also, we are using some of that water now to make nanomedicine, which I suppose is also contributing to the deficit a bit. This seems fairly into equilibrium. We'll be fine. We're going to get that warning for a little while. We have so many colonists. Plasma turret. Following is added to your colony's inventory as a reward for completing the plasma turret mission objective. Build a plasma turret. 18 nanites and 56 pasta. I mean, what am I supposed to be doing right now, Aven Colony? Hercule Poirot, help me out, brother. Find a clue. Where am I supposed to be building to? I just want to go there and be not doing this anymore. That's really all I want. This place has an intake fan right next to it. That intake fan is fully stocked. How come it can't get their air quality up? I have 2 places sucking poison out of here. Alright, we're going to sit here and watch the air quality. I want to see it improve visibly. I don't care about a shard storm. Don't pause for a shard storm. We don't care about shard storms. Probably will gonna build some new plasma turrets though, just out of an abundance of caution. Let's drop one in, say, here. As an automated structure, it doesn't really matter where we stick that. We don't need access to it or anything. These people are gonna feel really safe too, knowing that they're next to a, be like, oh, you know, we got a plasma turret right next door. We're safe from shard. We're safe from, you know, potential unpleasant demonstrators who want to try and stop us from taking down a horrific racist monument.
A new mission is available.
Build a Zorium generator. My reward for doing this is broccoli, huh? Haven't we discussed before how broccoli is not a reward, Aven Colony? How broccoli is in fact an abject punishment and proof that we have blighted this planet. No powered construction drones in range. Well, I mean, we still gotta expand, so I suppose it's not all bad. We need another stupid drone facility. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. None at all. I just, like, at this point, I'm just sort of randomly building shit now. I have no idea where they want me to send this. I'm just kind of following the trail of cargo pods. They seem to be leading up towards this region. A story beat from somebody to help me out would be lovely. I'm sure our expedition center is idle again. Yeah. I mean, you want to go get us some more pointless commendations here? Here, go, do whatever that is. There you go. Bar and grill lost power. Oh, hey, we built a bar out here, too. Or rather, we built a bistro somewhere. Didn't I build a new bistro? Thought I gave these people a place. Ah, here it is. Yeah, right between the nanite processing facility and the intake fan. You're in bistro mode, actually. Don't be a bar. I mean, bars are good, too, but right now, be a bistro. Powered construction drones are in range. So let's do our other mission of building a Zorium generator. Probably shouldn't build the generator right on top of the mine, now that I think about it. That may be slightly suboptimal. Let's build it right next door to the mine. Also, we should probably build the mine first. So build the mine, then build the generator. I think the Zorium generator is like evidence that maybe I'm moving in the right direction. There's a cargo pod over here, but... What am I supposed to be doing, Aven Colony? Please tell me what I can do so I can do it. Why is the air quality so low here? They're right now. Okay, you know what? I don't understand why the air quality is so low, but fuck it. I'm sick of seeing... At this point, all I want to do is not see the error message anymore. That's all I want. I don't care about diagnosing a problem. All I care about is that I don't have to look at that error message anymore. The Juggernaut is out of supplies. We're still getting insufficient power and low... I mean, why? We shouldn't have insufficient power. Fine. I'm just gonna spam power facilities. I don't care about anything anymore. Upgrade this so we can make sure we have enough people that live here. We're gonna need a lot of employees to cover all of this stuff, and this is our only housing facility in the region. Juggernaut is idle. What a surprise. We're still waiting to export that Antari bread, by the way. We are currently losing food, but it's wintertime. Don't care about losing food in the winter. Mill, are you still making Antari bread? I mean, you're supposed to. It seems like maybe it's getting eaten faster than you can make it. 10 barley, we could make some porridge. No. Xenospice bread. Plenty of regular bread. Mostly our people now are just eating melons, right? Food variety is still excellent. Food quality is still good. I don't even care then. Figure out a way to make the melons work. Our water is still going down. Fine. More water. Why do we get suddenly we don't have food or water ever? I know we have a lot of mouths to feed. I've also kind of decided that while lightning towers are like sort of necessary to keep your colony just from getting blown up, batteries and the battery policy are completely pointless. Because the fact that you have to constantly turn the battery policy on and that you can't just leave the damn thing on. You can go back into normal mode, by the way. You can go back into normal mode. I think you're also in fan mode. You can go back into normal mode. And you are already in normal mode. You guys could generate power instead of taking power. But based on the fact that you constantly have to come into your policy management screen and like turn on battery power in the wintertime, makes it completely pointless. You should just be able to leave that policy on all the time. Be like, if you have a shortfall of power, this fixes that. I hate this section of our colony. I hate it with a burning passion. We have intake valves everywhere, and air quality just won't come up. We have 2 giant ups and 1 big down, but it's not going up. Why is it not going up? 61% and holding, 62% and holding, 63% and holding. Air quality should be increasing dramatically. It's not going up at all. 58, 63. It's like our intake fans just aren't working. Plus 11.2 air quality. Well, I'd hate to see what it was if we didn't have workers out here. Also, why are you guys so unhappy? You're unhappy about the air quality. Who the fuck do you think is to blame for that one? You're also a little angry about crime. I never pay much attention to crime, but... And this is right in the middle of our mad police drone action, and this is where all the crime is. Police don't really seem to be doing much about the crime. It's also a police drone hub. Very low crime out here, but we have some. Police drones don't really seem to be doing a whole lot of work. Typical cops out there taking bribes. We cannot, this air quality will not go up. It won't. I wonder if that's a side effect of having let toxic gas at some point get into the colony. It's just like you suffer a permanent hit to your air quality. It won't ever go away. This is going to say, hey, our battery palisator was turned off because, you know, that's the most irritating shit we could do. What are we supposed to be doing, Aven Colony? Xenoclone production halted. Oh, thank fucking Christ, Jack. It's about time. Could we have done this like 2 hours ago? In order to acquire the artifact, we've unlocked a special building called an artifact containment unit. Please build one anywhere in the colony. Done. We have nanites coming out our butthole. Artifact containment unit, which also is tiny. Here, let's put it right between the water generating facilities. That way the alien radiation can leak into the water supply. That'll be brilliant. So finally, I think maybe we've got the story beat we need to get the rest of this shit finished. I'm tired of seeing low... I don't understand the air quality problem here. I really don't. You know what? I've never built an actual air filter before. Let's build one. I'm going to put an air filter right there and see if maybe that will fix the problem. We've already got the artifact containment unit sorted. We have an expedition center ready to go grab the artifact, assuming we can figure out where it's at. I don't even know what the expedition ship is doing at this point. Honestly, I really don't care. What I do care about is that maybe finally we've got an idea of how to get to the end of this.
I got a special objective for you.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so we're gonna go recover the object. Fan-freaking-tastic. Air quality is just unrecoverable, I guess. Low water. So that's gonna be what we do, I guess. Like, can we just go... You know what? Screw it. Let's just go do that now. Recovery. Where do we go? You know what? Come back. Recover the object. Now it's time to analyze a mysterious object. Extend your colony outward towards the object and acquire it with the construction drone. Where the fuck is it, Jack? Show me. That's the mysterious artifact we've been working towards the entire time.
I can offer you a reward if you earn a few more commendations.
What are you talking about, Jack? I have 8 trillion commendations already. How many more do you want me to have to get here? Go supply them. Alright, I'm wrapping this episode up. We gotta build all the way out there, and I think what we're gonna do is just straight up rush the alien artifact thing. We're just gonna build drone hubs straight out there until we can get under it, but we're gonna have to do that next episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. And to the developers of Aven Colony, may I suggest Mothership Games? Make this goddamn thing a little bit more visible, or alternatively, why not just put this unidentified object marker on it the whole time? so that the player has a little bit of feedback knowing what the shit they're supposed to be doing instead of wandering around groping in the dark trying to not accidentally bump into somebody's naughty bits and wind up getting slapped with a harassment suit. That's all I'm saying. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see us finally complete our goddamn mystery objective. Also, I still don't know why it says we have low water. We have so much more water production than we could possibly ever need. I think we may have broken the game. Because the air quality is not getting better, even though we've built a gigantic truckload of air quality improvement devices. They don't seem to be working. The water thing also doesn't seem to be working because our water is not going up at all, despite the fact that we've built more water than any man could ever possibly want. I don't know what the deal is. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.